Hey guys, what's up? It's Timori Calcos here with the updated 2.0 Six Samurai deck profile. Uh, these mats are still for trade. Um, yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the deck. Alright, so 3 Kaizen because he is a staple of this deck and awesome. 3 Kagemusha because it's your main tuner, it has an awesome effect and really easy to get out. 2 Elder because 3 is too much, and once you play him once, you start getting field presence, so you really only need 2 because 3 will clog up your hand. 2 Grandmaster, same thing, 3 will clog up your hand, and 2 is just fine because you only have 1 on the field. 2 Kayeki because I want to stay away from the effect Veilers, and so he's pretty much a trap for the Veilers, but 2 is enough, and if you have 3, he just becomes way too common in your hand, and he's just boring to play. 2 Hand as a tech card because Hand is really easy to use to get over the big beaters, just like the rest of my tech cards, so it's a really nice card, and if you're out of searches, then use it for the smoke signal. 1 Inishi because Inishi is great with pushing. You do in either player's turn, so it has an awesome effect and great tech card. 1 Zanji because Zanji is just too good to not have, and gets over the beaters. 1 Squire because Squire turns a bad hand into a great hand, and he's really easy to get out with Dojo. So yeah, and he saves your Shien and all the other stuff from being destroyed by battle. And then 2 Effect Veilers because Effect Veiler is mandatory in this format. If you don't have Effect Veiler, you will lose, so you have to stop other people from using their effects. So that's all the monsters. Spells, Gateway, if it's Gateway. 2 Smoke Signal because Smoke Signal is awesome. 2 Dojo because Dojo is really easy to get out the tuners, and it's fine at 2, you really don't need 3. 2 United, I only use 2 because 2 gives me enough draw power, and 3 is just, I need space for other things, so yeah. 1 Asceticism, I do need 2 more, but I can't find them right now. But yeah, if you have any for trade, just PM us because we really need some more. Rhoda because Rhoda's Rhoda. 2 MST staples. Monster Reborn staple. So those are these spells. Traps. 3 Fiendish Chain because Fiendish Chain is so good and it helps with stopping effects and beaters. 2 Magatama because 2 is just fine because you have a lot of other good traps. The whole Solemn Brigade because they are absolutely mandatory in this format, so yeah. And Mirror Force staple. So that's the main deck. Extra deck, have the obvious Shien, Catastor, Beast, Gaianite, Beater, Iron Chain Dragon. I really don't bring it out that much, but when I do bring it out, it's against decks that don't like having cards in the graveyard. So yeah, it's just there. Brio, Driven Daredevil. He's really good to get over the beaters and really good with 6 Sams, so I use him. Landois because you gotta have your Landois. Ancient Fairy, Colossal Fighter, and Stardust. That's all the synchros. And then Xyz, Leviathan, Utopia, C39, and Blade Armor because he's really good to get OTKs with. So that's the extra deck. I do still need a Barkion. If you have one for trade, PM us again. So yeah, side deck. It isn't finished, but it works with what I got. One Fossil Dyna. I want two, but one works fine, I guess. Two Penguin Soldier. I run Penguin Soldier because I don't have Snowman Eater, so easy push. Two Eru, because Eru is so good and gets over Rykos and Marshmallow, Snowman Eater, all that stuff, so yeah. One Spirit and Gores, because it's Gores. That's all the monsters. Book and Dark Hole. I really don't need Book and Moon, but Dark Hole works sometimes good in the deck. Once you get Field Presence, Dark Hole really isn't needed. So I don't really side in them that much, but when I do, it's really not really a good situation. But yeah, that's all the spells. The third Magatama. 3 Rivalry of Warlords, because it's really good to use against stuff like Dino Rabbit or whatever. Once they play their Rabbit, all they can have is Beast. It's just it's really good to play against those decks that use a lot of different types of monsters. One Skill Drain. If I had to, I would play 2, but yeah, the Rivalry of Warlords, I would take those out for Shadow Imprisoning Mirror if I had them. If you guys have Shadow Imprisoning, then PM us. And last one, Macrocosmos. I would like to play 2, but 1 still works fine against all the dragons and Zectors, Lightsworns. It works good against all those. So that's the deck. PM us if you guys have more of like Macrocosmos, Skill Drain, more asceticism, the Six Samurai, if you have more of that, just all those. If you guys have those, PM us. We are open for trade. So yeah, thanks. Rate, comment, subscribe. Team Warrior Calcos.